There are 2 officers that were shot today, 2 officers in Mifflin Township that were doing their job.
Tonight, 2 Mifflin Township police officers are in the hospital after being shot, and police are still searching for the shooter. This is the second night in 3 days we're reporting on law enforcement being shot in central Ohio. Tonight's incident occurred just before 7 o'clock tonight in the area of Agler Road and Purdue Avenue. That's near Mifflin Township in the northeastern part of Franklin County. Now, we have live team coverage of this major breaking news tonight. 10 TV's Kristen McFarland is live at Grant Medical Center, where the officers are right now. But we're going to start with 10 TV's Carly Dion, who is live at the scene. And Carly, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office just gave an update 20 minutes ago. What do we know about the search?
Yeah, Yolanda, we just got that update from the Franklin County Sheriff Dallas Baldwin, and he tells us tonight they are still looking for that suspect, and he's asking the public to stay vigilant. Now, we're here at the intersection of Agler Road and Purdue Avenue. Here's a look at what we're seeing right now. And Sheriff Baldwin says this happened around 6:45 tonight. Mifflin Township officers were conducting a traffic stop when a passenger took off running. Sheriff Baldwin explains what happened.
At about 4 minutes after that, after they engaged with the driver of the car, passenger bailed out and began running, at which time they started hearing on the radio. As they're pursuing the passenger, he suddenly turned and opened fire unprovoked on both officers. The driver was cooperative, took him into custody. He since has been released. We do have information on the suspect. He's currently on the run. He is armed and dangerous. His description is a male black, approximately 30 years old, 6 foot tall, wearing a gray shirt and camo pants.
And what you're seeing now is what the scene looked like when we first got here just after 7 tonight. And as you just heard, police at this time are still looking for the shooter. They have not yet released his name, but he is described as a 6 foot black male, approximately 30 years old, wearing a gray shirt and camo pants. Now, as we've been here tonight, we've seen Columbus Police, Gahanna Police, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, and the Ohio State Highway Patrol. But the Bureau of Criminal Investigation Crime Scene Unit is also here at the scene. And he, as Sheriff Baldwin said, if you do see the suspect, do not approach him and call 911 immediately. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office is investigating tonight. But for now, Yolanda, I will send it back to you.
All right, Carly, thank you. Now, take a look at this video. It shows a Columbus police cruiser wrecked after 2 officers got into a crash on the way to this scene. This is just a few blocks on from where Carly Dion just was. Now, according to the FOP, both of those officers have been treated and released. 10 TV's Kristen McFarland is live at Grant Medical Center tonight, where the 2 Mifflin Township officers are. And Kristen, what have you learned about their conditions tonight?
Yolanda, right now we know that 1 officer is in the operating room in critical condition, while the others reported to be in stable condition. In the scene at the hospital, crowded for hours, with multiple emergency agencies from across the region arriving to offer their support. There were several Mifflin Township first responders gathering around one of the ambulances. At one point, we saw EMS crews hugging each other after walking out of the hospital. Fraternal Order of Police President Brian Steele gave an update about an hour ago on the officers' conditions and expressed his outrage over the violence.
Those of us who wake up, we put on a gun, we put on a badge. Very unforgiving job, very dangerous job. And today is a perfect example of something, a routine traffic stop, which there is no routine, just becomes an 2 officers shot.
Now, Steele is expected to give us another update on the officers' conditions as he knows more. Yolanda.
All right, Kristen, you know, it's been an emotional week for law enforcement, no doubt about that. FOP president there, Brian Steele, we just heard him in your story there. He spoke about agencies that showed up to the hospital. What was that moment like when you were there and you saw all these different agencies showing up to support these officers?
Yolanda, it was a very emotional moment, and we saw different emergency crews from Newark all the way to Zanesville. And Brian Steele really said, you know, when an officer is shot, when an officer is injured, everyone comes together like a family to offer that support. And you could really see that here tonight. Yolanda.
All right. Thank you, Kristen. Kristen McFarland reporting from Grant Medical Center tonight. Now, we will continue to follow any breaking developments on our 10 TV mobile app and, of course, on 10 TV Plus. Just download both of those for free on your smartphone or or smart TV.